What is going on, guys? It's Irish again. Sorry I haven't been making videos, but life got in the way. So, I've been having more of a Linux identity issue. I love Arch, but I feel like I'm not learning anything because once you set Arch up, it's pretty easy to um, maintain it. There might be the occasional application that may not work, or an update may prevent you from booting up again, but it does make you go into you have to chroot in and go back to a previous state or fix the issue that way. But my son is starting to talk and learn more, and my time is busy raising him, so it's hard to try to make videos. So I'm trying to find a distro that also um, will allow me to make videos, hopefully more beginner videos. I know I've been on Arch and I've been doing a lot of this tiling window manager stuff, but hopefully I can get into some more generic applications and concepts that hopefully the new user coming over to Linux can follow and get his start, because that's how I learned, was watching videos, listening to uh, the Linux Action Show, but that's besides the point. But so I'm doing this, more methodically than I used to in the past. Normally I would just wipe Arch out and install either Fedora, Mint, just another distro, and then I'm like, ah, oh, shoot, I'm missing Arch. So I have Arch still installed on my main laptop. So the computer that I'm on right now is a spare laptop. So I decided to try uh, OpenSuse 42.2, but since it just came out this week, so I've been on it since the release date. So far, it's not bad. So I'm going to try to do like a mini review and also show you guys how to install a package and how I'm setting mine up. So the installation is fine. It was really fine because, right now, um, by default, your root petition is the Btrfs. So far, I haven't had any issues, but from what I've heard, you get issues the closer you fill that up. And then the home partition is the XFS, and I don't know much about it, but it seems fine to me. I don't know if there's any issues. I've never heard of it before 42.2, so if anyone knows any pros or cons with this type of file system, please make a comment down below. But OpenSuse is really based off of the YaST. That's its hook. Um, so let me show you what this is. So you can customize a bunch of stuff. So with right out of the installation, you don't get a whole lot of software repositories. If you do have a USB key, that is a repository because it's got all the files from the installation. So there's one thing that you would need to get, and that would be the Pacman repository, because that's got a bunch of codecs and other um, applications that a lot of people would want. And then probably the computer that I'm on right now has AMD. I haven't had any issues with that so far. And lib DVD CSS, so I can start playing DVDs on here. The one thing that I did run into, which was really strange, was my sound card was not installed. So I had to go into my hardware and then my sound. I don't know if it was, missed by the installation or whatnot, but my Radon or my HD audio controller was not set up. So unless that's just a recent thing that OpenSuse has done, I haven't had the last OpenSuse that I tried was, 42.1 for like maybe a week. I didn't really have to set up my audio, neither did I with 13.2. So unless this was just a bug possibly, or if they're, you know, trying to get the users more hands-on. So that was one of the issues that I had so far. And then, but other than that, it's been smooth sailing. So OpenSUSE Leap, which is what this is they're usually a couple versions behind in some software. So right now I am running Gnome 3.20 dash 2. So it's not bad. The latest one is 3.22 and I haven't tried that. Uh, I know many of you know that I am a window manager user, so I'm trying this out again because, with window managers I tinker a lot and I normally don't get a lot of stuff done when I need to, so because I'm always adjusting this setting or trying to do that, and it does get in the way of productivity. So the next thing I do is I only do a few um, extensions for GNOME. What you would want to get is the tweak tool. So if you're on Arch or any other distros, it may I know on Arch it doesn't come pre-installed. You have to install it. So, but on here it was installed right away. So I like the dark theme. I did install Numix, icons, Numix circle, cursor. I have the Nova shell, and I can show you guys how I install this. But my extensions that I have to have are caffeine, which is this little guy. It prevents my screen from locking up, just in case, because I may be on here and I hear a noise somewhere else in my house that my son is doing. So I want to make sure that, you know, whatever I was doing, it doesn't lock up and I have to put in my password and everything. And then dash to dock. So no matter, so if I minimize these, this will stay open. So I'll show you what it looks like by default. So just turn this off. So as you can see, the dash bar here doesn't show up until you hit the activities. So let me put that here. Turn it back on so it always shows. So it's all my favorites. It's kind of like a dock on the bottom here. I like to do top icons. And then that's pretty much it. I do have an uptime indicator, which is right here. So I've been on for 35 minutes. And then user themes you want to enable if you want different a shell theme. So that, and then the only other thing that I do is put these buttons here, because by default it's just the X. Let me see here, top Windows. Yeah, it's right here. So it's the maximize. So it's the only X. So I like to minimize stuff. So there's several ways to update, or sorry, not update, but install packages. So you can do it through YaST right here, which is probably the first thing that you would want to do if you're not, that well involved in the command line. So you just go to software management, and then you can search for package. So we'll search once this is up. And I do apologize, I do not have my editing software installed just yet. I will get that installed. So there's not going to be really any edits in this video. So as you see the search, and then you just say, we'll search for xmonad. You search, and then you can install it. So you just check, and then you can check this, and then if you hit accept, it will install xmonad. So let me X that out of there. The second way of doing it would be the way that Arch people use it and others who use the command line. So the OpenSuse uses zipper. So if we wanted to search for, say, xmonad again, you just say sudo zipper search xmonad. I'll put in your password. You do not have to put sudo. It's just a bad habit that I have to stop doing. And you see the same ones that we have. So then you can just go back and then just say install ghc xmonad and then ghc xmonad -contrib and then just xmonad. Hit enter. This will go into there, and then as you see that there's 30 new packages that are going to be installed, and it tells you all the dependencies before installing, and then they do give you a suggestion, so it's like optional in the Arch side, so you can do that, the development side of it, and then you just hit enter, and then xmonad will be installed. So say that you don't find, or you need a package that's not in the repos. I'll just wait for this to install really fast. So right now I'm just setting up what I would do on a normal day. So I have a Dropbox account. So if we search for Dropbox, Dropbox is not in the main repositories, even in Pacman. So we do zipper search Dropbox, and it says no items found. So this is how you would install Dropbox. So if we go to the website, it is the build service. So it is the https software opensuse.org. So if you go to the main OpenSuse website, you just go to tools, and then it would be the OBS, the Open Build Service, and then that will bring you back to the screen here. So then you just do search, and then you just type in whatever you want to do. So we'll just say Dropbox, and then this will bring up any search results. So there's several ones that you can do. So this one does have the AUR version, which is interesting. You can do the Dropbox experimental. So we'll just do this one. Type Dropbox, and then it will give you a list. Let's see here. Alright, let's not do that one. Have this one open. So Dropbox, so it will give you a list. So if you are running Tumbleweed, which is the rolling release for OpenSuse, you can do that. Or you can do 42.2. It goes all the way back, and even Arch Core, so which is interesting. I don't know if any Arch users would come to the OpenSuse build service to install a package, but if you can't find it in the AUR or even in GitHub, then probably this would be a last resort, but it's still interesting that they service other distributions. So since I'm on OpenSuse 42.2, I would pick that, but I don't think it really matters which one you choose. So then you do the unstable, you hit continue, and then it'll bring this up. So this is another interesting thing to OpenSuse, that it's called a one-click install, but it's kind of false advertising. So you click it, then you can say open with YaST one-click install. So it will download and then it will open YaST up. If you didn't use YaST before, then it'll prompt you for your password. So you just hit next, 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 then you hit yes, and then it'll ask you, here's the password, and then it'll ask you to, if you want to trust this this site that you're getting the Dropbox from. So the first time I tried OpenSuse, this was one of the issues that I actually had, because it's very similar in my eyes to the PPA system. Like it should, that's the one thing I love about Arch, is that you don't have to type in trust a different different repository just to get one package. It's built right in to the AUR, or even in the core or the extra or the community. So it's right there in there. So that's the one thing that I just did not like, because I had just to get everything up and running, I had like at least 30 different repositories that I'm getting all my applications from. So we'll hit trust, and then this will install hopefully fairly quickly. So yeah, that was one thing. That's why I moved off from OpenSUSE and then back onto Arch. Again, I used to, every few months or every year around this time that all the new releases are coming out, made me want to try it, and I didn't feel like going into a virtual machine to do it. I'd rather test stuff on native hardware. So it's a good thing that now I have a separate laptop to do that, and I don't have to completely wipe out my Arch. So software is installed, so you just hit finish. And then if we go over here and search for it, there it is. So then I just click it and then put in all your information. So we'll have to download and everything. So that's where I've been for the last, since this has been open. I haven't really had the desire to make any videos either. I know many of you are still waiting for me to finish off my DWM. I have been struggling on getting the top bar configured. I know it's a separate script. So once I figure that out, I will make a video and hopefully close that out. But again, hopefully I have more ideas on how to more ideas through OpenSUSE than I did with Arch, because when you install a program, it sets everything where it needs to be. Where in other distributions, say my Vim, I do an extension called Airline, and that took me a while to install on OpenSUSE because I didn't know where everything went. It was automated through the AUR, so it set everything where it needed to be, and then all I needed to do was, let's exit out of this. So I just needed to put it in my Vim RC file, and then everything was fine. So it took a while to get that installed because I didn't know where everything was. And then there's the power line fonts that I had to install through GitHub, and then that took me a while to figure out which fonts I wanted and everything else like that. So I'm going to make videos on where to put that stuff if if you're curious on that. So now that Dropbox is downloaded, you just put your email and your password in, and then that's all you need to do for that. I do not know what my password is, so I'm not going to set that up just yet. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, I just haven't, been motivated enough to make videos, but I am still around. I still want to make videos, just I just don't want to, because I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do weekly videos, but not all of them are high quality, and you could tell they're trying to, you know, get more subscribers than anything else. So they rather have more subscribers and produce more videos, but some of them are not high quality. So I just want to make the best videos and to tell you guys what I've been up to and tell you my Linux stuff, all my Linux knowledge for the new user. I know a lot of the intermediate and expert, they're not going to get a lot out of my videos since they're pretty basic. But, well, let me know what you guys think of OpenSuse and the XFS file system, since I don't know much about it. But, well, that's it, and I will, my next video, I will to finish up the DWM. So look forward to that in the next couple weeks because of holidays and Christmas shopping and everything. And hopefully, all you guys have a good Thanksgiving for you in the States. And if you're not, just hopefully, you guys have a good weekend.